True love doesn't exist. For real. True love does not exist. True love doesn't exist in this realm. Are there still adults who believe that true love exists? If you're an adult and you believe that true love exists, I'll show you that it actually doesn't. And that should actually tell you something about the realm that we live in. People feel love for you when they recognize something about you that is actually great. What happens is that their brains release drugs that make them feel good when they recognize something about you that is great. I want you to understand that. Their brains release drugs that make them feel good when they recognize something about you that is great. So people don't actually love you. They love how they feel about you. Are you listening? All right. People do not love you. They love how they feel about you. People are naturally selfish. People are cruel. People are looking out for themselves. If they meet you and there is something that they recognize that is great about you and their brains start releasing these drugs, they're going to say that they love you because they love how they feel when their brains release these drugs when they see you. You understand? They call it love. But is it love? There's a reason why when their brains are no longer able to release these drugs, they start mistreating you. All right? Ever seen like a divorced couple in court? When their brains stop releasing these drugs, they don't love each other anymore because it was just drugs that make them feel love for each other. You understand? I mean, they don't really feel love for each other. They just feel love and they believe that they feel it for the other person, but they feel it for themselves. You see? It's about them. It's about how they feel. It's about how the drugs that their brains release when they see you make them feel. That's it. That's it. If a person says they love you, they're actually telling you that when they see you, there is these drugs that their brains release that actually make them feel good. So they love feeling that way. That's it. So there is no love. All right? In this realm, there can never be love. True love would be us loving one another even if there was nothing great about one another. True love will be me seeing a person who's homeless, who has no one, and actually feeling something for them. Feeling compassion for them and actually be willing to actually help them. If I see a homeless person and I do not care, that's proof that love doesn't exist because there's nothing great about them. So my brain doesn't release these drugs. So I do not care when I see this homeless person. You see, I do not care when I see an ugly person, right? I see an ugly girl, my brain doesn't release these drugs, so I do not care. You see a man who's like 5'1", your brain does not release these drugs that make you feel good, so you do not care. You see? There is this guy, his name is Wade Wilson. I think he unalived 2 women in 2019. He was found guilty recently. Women are following that case. They're saying the guy is handsome, right? They love the guy. Doesn't really matter what he did. They love him. Why? Why do they love him? even though he unalived two innocent women. Why? Why do they love him? They love him because their brains is releasing these drugs that make them feel good when they see the nigger. You understand? So they feel love for the nigger. Do you understand? In fact, that proves that love doesn't really exist, because it doesn't even matter if you do good in the world. You know, you could be like the most horrible being in the world, but if people's brains release these drugs that make them feel good, they're going to say that they love you. They're going to stop loving you when their brains stop releasing these drugs. You understand what I'm saying to you? So true love doesn't exist. That is the reason why the ugliest people do not have anyone. They're struggling. They do not find love. That's because it doesn't really exist. You understand what I'm saying to you? Stop being naive. You need to understand yourself. You need to understand what you respond to. You need to understand how your own brain works. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because people are naive. You know, oh, I've never felt this way about you. You've never felt the way that you feel about that person. Why? Because you've never met anyone who possesses the qualities that they possess. All right? So you see something that is unique about that person, and then you feel the way you feel about that person, but really it's not them that you love, it's how you feel. You understand? Human beings are naturally selfish. That's why we do not treat the people that we do not love well. That is why we're not willing to help homeless people. Let me tell you a secret. If that white guy, what I'm about to tell you is true, if it was possible, right? If it was possible to save that white guy, I think he got a death sentence, but it was possible to save that white guy. If they say that, if someone pays like $1 million to free him, I do believe that there will be a woman that will actually free the nigger. You understand? If they say that, well, to free the nigger, just pay $1 million. I do believe that there will be a woman who will pay money to free the nigger. But they would not help homeless people who have been through a lot, who have been mistreated until they ran away and got addicted to drugs. They would not care what those people have had to go through. So that proves that true love doesn't exist. It's always about how other people make us feel. But really, what you must notice is that it's about how we feel. You see? It's not about the other people. It's about how we actually feel about them. It's about us. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's about you as a person. See, when you love someone, it's actually about you. You see? It's about how you feel. Once you stop feeling how you feel, you do not care about that person. That is why I actually respect people who are so damn conscious that they are able to treat each and every person well, whether they have these feelings for them or not, whether their brains release these drugs for these people or not. Right? You meet a new person and your brain releases nothing, and you still treat them well. You still make them feel great about themselves. You know, you do not mistreat them. Those are the people that I respect. I don't respect people who treat me good because when they see me, their brains are releasing these drugs. But when their brains stop releasing these drugs, they don't give a shit about me anymore. I don't respect this kind of people. So what you must understand is that in this realm, there is no love. What people call love isn't true love. Man, this dog, what the hell? It's standing there with its tail up. This nigga, man. And it's trying to oh, okay, it's scared. It's scared. I actually thought it was trying to fuck with me. Yeah, so it got scared. No, it sensed my essence. Like, okay, this is a real nigga. I can't fuck with this nigga. You know what I mean? When you're real, when your aura is real. Okay, let me not say anything because now. All right. Listen. You can't still tell me that you believe that true love exists. You can't tell me that. After what I told you, you can't tell me that you believe that true love exists. You can say, oh, what about parents loving their kids? I remember saying this. The truth is that parents love their children. That is the truth. Do you understand what I'm actually saying when I say parents love their children? Right. Parents love their children. I don't think you understand what I'm actually saying. What I'm actually saying is this. If your parent had you and somehow they lost you, then met you years later, they wouldn't feel anything for you because you are not their child. I mean, they will not perceive you as their child. You see? They would not perceive you as their child. Because they don't know that you are their child. So parents actually love their children. My father and mother, if they didn't raise me and they didn't know I was their child, they wouldn't care about me, right? They would just look at me the way that they look any other person. Look at any other person. They wouldn't be like, oh, that's my child. I love this. Like there wouldn't be anything that would be triggered inside them that would make them feel love for me, unless someone told them that, hey, actually that's your son. So parents love their children. That's what you must understand. Why do they even love their children? That's because there is this drug that is released in their brains when they recognize that someone is their child. That's it. That's the only reason. So if they don't recognize that you are their child, then that drug won't be released. You understand? So what you must understand is that true love doesn't actually exist in this reality, in this realm that we're in. Why does true love not exist in this realm that we are in? Why does true love not exist? True love doesn't exist because we live in a dog eat dog kind of world. Yes, that's fact number 2. We live in a dog eat dog kind of world. People are selfish. People only care about their own needs. People only care about their own feelings. People only care about their own success, things going well in their lives. That's the truth. People are selfish. You understand? So even love is actually selfish, because people do not love you, they love how they feel about you. So it's about how they feel. You understand what I'm saying to you? It's about how they feel. All right? That's the truth. It's about how they feel. So in this world, people are trying to feel good, all right? In this world, people are trying to feel happy. In this world, they're trying to have as much as they can have, you see? This is the kind of world that we have found ourselves in, and that should make us suspicious. The fact that we have to compete for survival because we do not feel satisfied with what we have. The fact that it's not easy to actually be happy on your own without obtaining certain things that everyone is competing for should actually tell you something. You don't just feel happiness on your own out of nowhere. You just feel happy. That's not how it works. So because of that, people are fighting for resources. People are fighting for relationships. Why? Because they're trying to feel how they want to feel. You see, women are not just looking for men. There are more men than women in this world, but they will chase certain men. What do you really think they're chasing? Do you really think they're chasing this man because they love this man? Like for real? Like, yeah, they care about this man. No, you're not getting it. They're chasing this man because of how this man make them feel. So it's really about how they feel. So love itself is selfish, you understand? Men are like that too. All right? They will leave the women who were there for them from day one just because now they got their money right. They got money, they got their money right, they got status, everyone is worshiping them, so they're like, hey, I got options now. I mean, I didn't have options back then, but now I got options. I can pass that bitch like magic. No, for real, like men are like that too. Be like, yo, I got options now. So that means I can be with most women that I couldn't be with back then. So now I'm good, right? Like, okay, these women make me feel this way, so I'd rather pursue them rather than being with women that I do not feel anything for. Because when I'm with these women, my brain does not release these drugs. You understand? So it isn't about love, all right? It's a dog eat dog kind of world that we live in, all right? Don't let anyone lie to you. People still believe this is heaven. It's not heaven. We're going through a lot in this world, man. Like, lose everything that you have and you'll see how cruel this world is. All right, lose everything that you have and you'll see how. All right, if you're a beautiful woman, I don't know, just stop taking care of yourself. You will see how cruel this realm is. All right, stop taking care of yourself. You will see. If you're a man and you are attractive, hey, do something to yourself to look less attractive. You'll see how cruel this world is. You'll see how men be getting rejected, no matter how kind they are, no matter how they're treating these women. All right, you'll see. Like, oh, the reason why women are rejecting this kind of guys is because they're not real men. Nah. That's not how it works. All right. Their brains are not releasing the chemicals that the drugs that they wanna, they actually want to their brains to release to actually feel the way that they want to feel about these guys. All right. The white guy, he ain't a great man, right? You think he's a great man? I mean, he's a man who's controlled by his own emotions. He's not strong, but he's attractive. And when women see him, their brains release these drugs, and then boom, they fall in love with the nigga, and they treat him well. And because he's been getting treated well by most women, what happened? He felt entitled. So he probably, I don't know what really happened, like why he unalived these women, but I believe that he got entitled to a point where he felt like every woman should treat him well. Because he got entitled. Like, why are you not treating me well? Oh, all the other women have been treating me well. Now he stopped valuing women because they've loved him even though he wasn't doing anything. You understand? Because of how he looks. So he wasn't really doing anything to end their love. He didn't have to be a good person. Even when he was rude, they still loved him. Their brains still released these drugs and they still loved him. So he got spoiled, basically. It's a dog kind of world, man. People are competing for survival, man. People are competing for opportunities. People are competing for resources. People are competing for what they call love. We're literally competing for everything. Like, seriously, we are competing for everything. And we've been programmed to compete since we were little kids, all right? We've been programmed to compete since we were little kids, and now we are used to even if we weren't used to competing, we are actually competing. No one gives a damn if you can't compete. No one gives a damn if it's hard for you to compete. No one gives a damn if you're not winning. No one gives a damn if you're depressed. No one gives a damn if you're traumatized. No one gives a damn. If you are not winning, if you're not doing well in life, people ain't gonna treat you well. Period. Because people are selfish. It's a dog kind of world. But people will still lie to themselves about what's going on in this realm. It's funny how people lie to themselves, man. It's funny. It's actually funny because it doesn't make sense. How are you not able to see how the world really works? You really think this is heaven? Like, for real? Why is it that you are working very hard to have the things that you want? Why is it that you even want to have the things that you want? Why? Because you know people don't give a shit if you don't have the things that you want. So you're like, hey, I gotta work hard because no one cares. You know? No one cares. Everyone knows that. Even the most successful people in the world will tell you that. No one cares. Just work hard. Because that's the truth. Work hard because no one cares. No one is going to be like, you've been mistreated when you were young and that's why you're suffering. So, you know what? We're going to help you. Nah. This is not how the world works. You know, people ain't going to give a shit if you do not make it in this realm. If you don't make their brains release these drugs. You understand? See, if you make it, it's going to be easy for their brains to release these drugs. And when their brains release these drugs, they feel good. So they're going to treat you well because they feel good when they see you. They feel good when they're with you. So it's about them, just like I've been telling you. So when you're on top, people want to treat you well. It's a dog kind of world that we live in. No matter what we want to tell ourselves, you know, the truth about this realm isn't something that we actually like, isn't something that we actually prefer. The thing is, we're just so damn ignorant. So we tell ourselves what we want to tell ourselves, or we tell ourselves what we want to believe about this realm. But we're in a dog kind of world. That's why people are competing. We wouldn't be competing, we'll be working together. You know, we'll be working together. What we'll be doing is finding out what we're good at and what other people are good at, and we try to work together, build communities, make this experience worth it. But no, we're competing for survival. You know, I win 10 mil, like, oh damn, I got 10 mil. That means I can be a boss now. I can treat other people like slaves now. I'm not thinking, hey, okay, I'm in a very good position right now. I can help a lot of people. I can, make the world better for a lot of people. No. I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking about me. I'm thinking about myself. I'm thinking about how I can get on top. How I can use other people. I'm not thinking about how I can help them. That's how the world works. Dog eat dog kind of world. You see? But people still want to lie to themselves. That's why we still have people who have like billions who are not helping people who have nothing. You understand? People who can see that, okay, these people, if they got the right kind of education, they will be great too. But they're not getting the right kind of education, you see, because of where they grew up. So, of course, they can't be great because they're not getting the right kind of education. But nah, no one cares. You know, like, nah. You know, I only care about how I feel. I only care about me and what I want. What I want is to dominate. What I want is to be on top. You see? Dog is dog kind of world. And we still want to lie to ourselves. If it was not a dog eat dog kind of world, we would be helping one another as people. Like, it will be easy for me to help other people who don't have what I have. It will be easy for me to be like, hey man, I recognize your struggle, all right? I see what you're going through. I want to help you, you know. I want to help you however I can. We don't live in that kind of world. We do want to live in that kind of world. We do want to believe that we live in that kind of world. But the truth is, we do not live in that kind of world. Fact number 3. True happiness doesn't exist. Like, yeah, for real, man. People ain't happy. You know, people fake being happy. You have to understand that there's pressure to actually look happy in this society that we live in. There's this couple that I've read about, Ronell and Kiana Benz. They were very influential. People believe that they were happy, they had money, they used to be very positive. I think Ronell, you know, Kiana's husband, he was very, he was very, like, he looked like he was very successful and he was a pastor, right? He liked to preach, wear nice suits, make everyone think that he's doing great. But the truth is, they were broke, Kiana and her husband were broke. One day, Kiana had enough and she made videos, posted them online about how she really feels about what's going on in their personal life. And she ended up unaliving the dude because they weren't doing well. But they had to pretend as if they were doing well because there's pressure to look happy, you see? You have to make other people think that you are doing good. That is why people are pretending as if they are actually happy. But nah, people ain't happy. All the people that I believed that were happy before I got close to them weren't actually happy. When someone, looks happy and you become friends and realize that, oh shit, there are problems. They're just pretending to be happy. The difference between me and them is that I'm real. The difference between me and them is that I'm not afraid to say, hey, I'm not happy if I'm not happy. But it's not that they are happy. They're afraid to say, hey, I'm not happy if they're not happy. But I'm not afraid to say that I'm not happy if I'm not happy. I'm not going to pretend as if I'm happy if I'm not happy. See, that's the difference between me and them. But I'm starting to doubt if true happiness actually exists in this realm. I'm really starting to doubt if true happiness exists in this realm. It's just that if you do not have money, you will automatically believe that people who have money are actually happy. Right? You never had money. You've been broke your whole life. So you're like, oh, well, if I had money, I'll be happy. So that means that people who have money are happy. Oh, how do you know? How do you know? What if humans can never truly be happy? Like, our brains easily acclimate to like new situations. Let's say you wanted to live in New York your whole life. After a year living in New York, you feel normal again. It's nothing to you, especially if you're going to have to live there, like you're going to be there as long as you want. I mean, yeah, if they said that you can only be in New York for a year, of course you would think that if you had like a permanent citizenship, you'll be alright. But if you had a permanent citizenship all along, you would take that for granted. Like, it wouldn't mean anything to you. Like, people are not happy, man. You think these people who have been rich for many years are happy? Like, what is it that they have not seen at this point? What is it that they have not achieved? You understand that once you achieve everything, your brain stop releasing these drugs that make you feel the way that you want to feel, because you've achieved it all. So your brain can no longer release these drugs. You see, what makes people happy is their brains actually releasing these drugs. So once you have everything that you want, your brains literally stop releasing these drugs. That's why these rich people end up doing crazy shit. That's why some niggas want to go to Mars. You understand? What the heck do you want to go to Mars? Why is that so damn important to you? Dude, there are still people in this realm who are not happy, for real. I mean, not this realm. I mean, everything that's happening, the planets and all that, they're in this room. But there are people in this world who are still not happy, who still don't have what they want, who are living in poverty. In South Africa, there's load shedding. You can help these people, but no, you can't. You don't want to help these people. You want to go to Mars. Why? Exploring other planets. while we've still not explored this world, like fully explored this world, while we still have not made sure that life is fair for everyone who's here. Why? It's because people are not really happy. So they're trying whatever they can to actually feel happy. That's one thing that you must realize. Isn't that obvious? But there's pressure to look happy. You must pretend as if you are happy. You must dress very well. If you are married, you must look happy in front of other people. Hug your wife, you know what I mean? If you've seen people hugging their wives in public as if they are happy, they're in a happy marriage, so hugging the act. Nah, man. You can tell you can tell when something isn't real. You can tell if it's just an act. All right. People are living a lie, bruh. They lie. That is why you must not even be envious if you're an envious person. Like, don't ever even wish to be another person. Be you, just be real. Be real. There's no reason to pretend as if things are working out for you, if things are not working out for you. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with other people. Stop playing these stupid games that everyone else is playing. If you're not happy, you're not happy. If happiness truly exists, I do believe that you will find true happiness when you're not lying about how you feel, right? If you are lying, oh, I'm happy, even when you're not happy, you're not going to find true happiness. But if you stop lying to yourself, there's a chance, right? I'm not saying you're going to find true happiness. I'm saying there's a chance. Maybe you will find true happiness because you know that you're not happy. But yeah, that should make us suspicious. The fact that people are not happy. They're just pretending to be happy. In fact, what should make us more suspicious is the fact that we are being pressured to be happy. If we're not happy, we're told that there's something wrong with us. You have a mental illness, that's why you're not happy. Try this, try that, try this, try... Like, what if me not being happy isn't even my fault? What if I'm just in this realm where things do not even make sense, so I'm not happy? What if things are not being done right in the world, so because of that, I'm not happy? Why should I be pressured to be happy? That should actually make you suspicious. Four, there is no easy way out, man. There is no easy way out. Like, imagine playing a game and you get tired, but you can't just quit. You gotta keep playing and keep playing and keep playing until you pass out. Like, there's no easy way out. You have to play this game, I don't know, until you can't play this game anymore. Like, until it's impossible for you to play this game. Like, there's no easy way. You can't just decide that, hey man, I've played this game. Now I want to stop playing this game. I'm happy actually. It was a nice game to play. I'm happy that I've played this game. You can't even say that. You can't even say you are happy playing, that you've played this game, but now you want to stop playing. Without people telling you that something is not right with you, right? Like, you can't just stop. You don't have the luxury to press stop. Like, it's not easy. You can't just stop. So you gotta keep playing. No matter what you go through, even if you really do not like the game, even if it doesn't make sense for you, like to you, like if it doesn't make sense to play this game, you still gotta play this game. Even if you have a spiritual reason to not wanna, but then you gotta keep playing. That's the truth. You gotta keep playing. You gotta keep playing. That should also make us ask ourselves a lot of questions. That why are we programmed to believe that we must keep playing no matter what? You must keep playing the game no matter what happens. Whether you want to play the game or not, you must keep on playing. That should make us suspicious. I'm not saying that people. This is very important. I'm not saying that people should stop playing. I've actually encouraged people to keep on playing. The reason why I encourage people to keep on playing is so that they will learn as much as they can learn. I understand that you're suffering, but I do believe that there is something that you can learn that can actually help you to free yourself permanently once you ascend. Like, it's better to learn as much as you can in this realm. Like, yeah, there's suffering and all that, but you still are learning how to free yourself. You still are learning how to be stoic. Like I've been telling y'all, that you must teach yourself to care less. You must also teach yourself to kind of like look at this reality the same way that you look at dreams. You know what I mean? Like, learn to detach yourself every single day. Learn to detach yourself. The things that used to hurt you in the past shouldn't hurt you the way that they used to hurt you in the past. You understand? So keep on teaching yourself how to care less. Keep on teaching yourself how to desire less. You see? Keep teaching yourself how to not be too hooked to this thing. How to take your power back, how to be in control. So yeah, I think you must keep on working on that. I do understand that this is hard, and that's true, man. It's hard. It's not easy. Life is not easy. But yeah, what I was telling you is that it should make us suspicious that it's not easy to just stop playing the game. There's the world is not going to allow you to stop playing the game, but also it's not easy for you as a person to just stop playing. So that should make us wonder why. Because when you're watching a movie, you can just, if the movie is boring, you can just decide that, you know what, I want to watch a different movie. Even during the time when we were using like cassette tapes, it was easy to press eject and put on another cassette tape. But now it's not like that. When it comes to life, it's not like that. You just gotta, yeah, man, keep pushing. Like, you can't just be like, press eject. You know what I mean? So that should make us wonder why, right? But like I'm saying to y'all, that I'm not encouraging people to exit. I've never encouraged people to exit, and I won't encourage people to exit. Let's keep on learning as much as we can learn. As long as you can keep on fighting, let's keep on fighting, man. Let's keep on fighting. Let's keep on learning. Let's try to become as aware as we can become, because that is important. One of the biggest problems is that we do not know anything. Yeah, we don't know anything. That's fact number 5. We know nothing. Like I've been telling y'all guys, that is a red flag. The fact that we know nothing is actually a red flag. You are experiencing a reality. You don't know who constructed that reality. You don't know how to stop experiencing that reality. Like, you do not have power in that reality. You're kind of like a slave. Things just happen to you in that reality. Even the things that you don't want to see happening, these things be happening, and some of these things be happening to you. You're not in control. You don't know how to control this reality. Isn't that scary? You don't even understand your own body. Fact number 1. True love doesn't exist. You probably didn't know that true love doesn't actually exist because you don't even understand yourself. So you don't even understand your own body. You don't understand what's going on inside you. Shouldn't that make you a bit suspicious? Shouldn't that make you go like, why is it that I don't know anything? Isn't it important for you to know how you got here? Isn't it important for you to know what is actually going on here? Who designed this reality for you? Why they designed this reality for you? whether there's something that you're actually learning here or not, if it's just for fun or if you are in some kind of a prison, but you're supposed to know. Even if this is a prison, I'm supposed to know why, so that I will just do my time peacefully. Like, oh yeah, I'm in prison. I did something wrong. Apparently I've done something wrong, so I'm here and I'm dealing with the consequences of my own actions. Fine, I'm gonna do my time, and I'll try to be better wherever I am. If I'm an alien, I'll try to be a better alien next time. You know, But you're supposed to know. You deserve to, know. People don't understand that they actually deserve to know what the heck is going on. Like, you deserve to know. All right? Some spiritual teachers will be like, oh, not knowing is a good thing. No, 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 no. That's not a good thing. That's actually scary. You not knowing anything is actually scary. You deserve to know. You deserve to know what this is all about. You deserve to know what you are doing. You deserve to know how to make things better in your own life. You know what I mean? Because there are some things that just happen and you're not in control. They just happen and you don't even know how these things are happening. It's like there is something outside of this reality that's actually making these things happen. Like, you're not in control, man. That is actually scary. So knowing is important, because you really do not know anything. That is why we are lying to ourselves. That is why people get scammed a lot, by people who claim to know what is actually going on. So they scam these people. Like, oh, I know what's going on. Ethics is school. Pay me money so that I will tell you where you come from. Pay me money so that I will help you remember where you come from. Oh, I know what's going on. Pay me money so that I will tell you what God is saying about you. I want to tell you what Jesus is saying about you. Pay me money so that Jesus will save you. Jesus is using me. Like, we don't know what the heck is going on, and we're desperate. People are actually desperate, so they're like, hey man, what can I do? I mean, I'm having this experience. I don't know what it's really about, so what should I do? Maybe I should trust these people who are saying that they know what the heck is going on, because who can I trust? If you are saying you don't know what's going on, why should I trust you? I should trust people who are saying they know what is going on. So they end up getting scammed. The people who are claiming that they know what's going on know nothing. They just want to scam them. That's how it always works. The people who say they don't know what's going on, these are the people that you should actually be trusting, because they are honest, because they really do not know. I mean, you can't know. You can't really know anything. Even if I had an NDE, right, I couldn't say that I know anything for sure. Even if I had a near-death experience where I've met God, I've met Jesus, I've met the angels of God, whatever, that wouldn't mean that what I've seen is real. It could have just been another dream. It could have just been my mind creating another reality for me. It wouldn't necessarily mean that that's the reality that everyone is going to experience. So I shouldn't be too certain. So you can never be certain, you understand? Like, you can never be sure of anything in this realm, is it? Memory wipe. Memory. Do you remember most of your dreams? Do you remember most of your dreams? What makes you forget your dreams? And why should you even forget your dreams? Think about it. Why do you forget your dreams? What you must realize is that you forgetting your dreams is a sign that actually it's possible for your memories to get wiped. That should be a sign that it's actually possible for you to forget. So let's say you've actually been here before and you've experienced this life before. How would you know if you keep on forgetting? If you keep on forgetting things that are actually important, how would you know that you've been here before? If you keep on forgetting your dreams, if you keep on forgetting your experiences, how would you know? It seems to me that whenever your mind localizes itself in a certain real reality, it forgets about other realities. If you realize that, so when you're in a dream, you remember everything that's related to that dream, but then when you're in another dream, you forget everything that happened in that dream. So when you are in this reality, you forget your dream. See, the only dreams that you remember are dreams that are very much related to what's happening in your personal life. So you dream about people in your personal life, and because of that, you feel deep emotions, and your emotions help you remember, right? Maybe you dream about your girlfriend. You dream about your girlfriend being with another guy. It's easy for you to remember that dream because that is also like the dream is actually affecting you also in this reality. Like I've had dreams where I've woken up feeling sad and ask myself, why am I feeling sad? And then I remember that, oh shit, I had this dream, so that's why I'm feeling sad. You see, so those are the kind of dreams that you actually remember, but you don't remember most of your dreams. That should make you suspicious. Why should you not remember your dreams? If you do not remember your dreams, it's very possible that you've actually been alive for a very long time, but you do not remember. You don't know that you've been alive for a very long time. You believe that this is all there is. This is it. You know, this is all that you've ever experienced, because you forgot about your past lives. Ever been in a place and you felt like, man, I've been in this place before, man. I've been here before, like for real. Or meet a person and be like, dude, I've met this person before. But you don't really remember meeting them in this reality, but you kind of like remember meeting them, but you don't really know how you even remember like where you've met them. You know, I do believe that each and every person had a deja vu moment. You know, in this reality, each and every person has had a deja vu moment where they remembered something that didn't really happen in this realm, and they know it didn't happen in this realm, but they remember it as if it kind of like happened to them. So they are surprised. Hey, why am I remembering something that didn't happen to me in this realm as if it actually did happen? Where did it happen? Did it happen in my dream? You know, some people will actually say, yeah, it means that it happened in my dream. That's why I remember it. But what if the truth is that no, it didn't actually happen in your dream. It actually happened in your previous life. Because you've been here many times before. So of course, some experiences will repeat themselves. History will repeat itself. So you would realize that no, I've actually had an experience similar to this before. It might not be the exact same experience, but there will be some similarities. You see, the same way that you actually dream of something that has happened before, but you'd see that there's sometimes it's not like it's exactly how it happened. Like you dream about it exactly as how it happened before. Like there's some new things, but then you see that no, I've actually had this experience before that I've dreamt about. You know, I've had dreams about things that have happened in the past, but there were some few things that were new. You see, suffering. The fact that you can suffer should actually make you suspicious. Why do you suffer? Why is suffering actually possible? Think about it. Why is suffering possible? But I'm not even talking about pain. I'm talking about suffering. You might say, well, yeah, people should feel pain so that they will learn to be better people. You see, if they never felt pain, they will not be better people. So pain is good, you know. And also, if people didn't feel pain, they would do horrible things to themselves. you know. They'll do horrible things to themselves, or they will not be afraid of danger, you know, because they are not able to feel pain. Not that I agree, but I understand. I understand why some people would say that. But I'm not even talking about pain. I'm talking about suffering. I'm talking about people truly experiencing suffering. I'm talking about someone being born in a wrong place at a wrong time, where they literally have to go through hell. And after going through hell, they end up at a disadvantage. You see, they've been so damn traumatized that they don't even know how to function in the real world, because they've been traumatized. They've went through hell. They've went through things that normal humans do not go through. So now they are afraid, because people do not go through the same things. That's another thing that we must realize. It's not like people are going through the same things. No, people do not go through the same things. Some people really go through things that traumatize them for life. Some people do go through things that make them go like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm no longer interested. Like, that really does happen. You know, let's not pretend as if we're all going through similar things. Let's not pretend as if we're going through similar experiences. Let's not pretend as if life is treating us the same. You know, some people have really been through hell. What I've went through is nothing compared to what some people have went through. Some people have went through hell, like real hell. They've really suffered, and not because they've done anything wrong. You know, some spiritual teachers might say, oh, it's karma. They've done something in their previous lives. And like I keep on telling you guys that, yeah, people do whatever life has programmed them to do, you see. So you can't really blame someone for having been programmed to do, to be selfish in this realm, because life has programmed them that way so much that you believe that they must suffer. It's like, for example, I came across a video, I think it was on TikTok, or it was on Facebook, no, not TikTok, of a lion. It was struggling. You could see that it could no longer hunt anymore. It was sick. It was alone. And that should tell you something about love. So it was alone. It couldn't hunt anymore. No one was feeding it. It's just walking alone. And people in the comments were saying they are so damn happy. They're so damn happy because it eats other animals. So they are happy to see it suffering. But the truth is that it did what it was programmed to do. It was programmed to be a lion, and it did what lions do. So does that make it bad? Think about it. It's what life is programmed it to be. So you cannot say that in the afterlife, it must suffer because it was a lion. Life programmed it to be a lion. So, I mean, if you want to justify that, it will automatically mean that all of this is a trap, and that supports what I've been saying, that it's all a trap, you see? So we can't justify suffering. When I talk about suffering, I'm not talking about pain. I'm talking about suffering. I'm talking about people being homeless because they were mistreated by the people that they lived with, and they didn't know what to do anymore. And they ended up just taking drugs and ended up being homeless. You see, they ended up finding a new family, you know. They ended up finding people who accepted them. In fact, the people who accept them are the people who live in the street, because no one else is willing to accept them. You know, everyone is too comfortable. They're not going to accept, you know, someone else if they're too comfortable, because we are selfish like that. So it's only the people in the street that will accept them. So they'll rather be with the people who have accepted them. They'll rather be with the people who have shown them love. You see? So we can't really blame people for what life has programmed them to be, you see? Just that we don't want to be honest with ourselves. That's the problem. We don't want to be honest with ourselves. I've seen a lot of people go through hell. People who are totally innocent. I've been trying to pause this video and I've been able to. Like, there's a problem with the glue. Right? I was trying to press record for a while. Like this, there's something wrong with these buttons, and I don't know how to fix this problem. And there's dogs in front of me. Niggas don't look scared, bro. Niggas don't look scared. We do not understand one another as people. We don't understand each other as sentient beings. You know, this dog is staring at me because it doesn't really understand. Like, it doesn't understand that I'm just recording a video, dude. I ain't trying to like start something with you, or at least if it was a pit bull, I don't know what would have happened. But people do not understand one another. Yeah, people do not understand one another. That's the thing. And because of that, relationships do not work. Because of that, it's not easy to understand people who do not agree with us. It's not easy to understand people who are different. It's not easy to understand where other people are coming from, you see. And that's a recipe for disaster. You see, if we live in a world where sentient beings do not understand each other, what do you expect? They're not going to treat each other the way that they need to be treating each other. There's no understanding in this world. You know, the fact that we don't have the gift of telepathy should tell us something. Because if we understood one another, I mean, even if we didn't have the gift of telepathy, if we had empathy, all of us, it would be easy for us to understand one another. The same way that it's easy for me to understand people who are not like me. Why is it that some people are programmed to not understand others, and they are mistreating others because they do not understand them? Shouldn't that make us suspicious? Because that's a recipe for disaster. If we don't understand one another, if I look at someone and be like, oh, that's a bad person, even if they're not a bad person, I'm going to mistreat them and justify mistreating them because I have convinced myself that they are a bad person, even if they are not a bad person, you see? So us not understanding one another as people is a red flag. Because we do want to understand one another. It's not like people do not want to understand one another. It's not like people just want to hate one another. They just don't understand one another. See, even if they tried, they just wouldn't be able to understand one another. So that should tell us something. Why is it that it's not easy for people to understand one another? You try to explain yourself and you find that the person doesn't understand you. You see that it's impossible for them to understand you. Like they come from it's like they come from a different world. You know, they haven't experienced life the way that you have experienced it, so they do not get you. They do not understand you. So that should make us suspicious. Why do people do not understand one another? It's not like they are pretending to not understand one another. That's another thing that you must realize. They genuinely do not understand one another. And that leads to wars. That leads to a lot of unnecessary things happening. So people, and that's suffering. You know? Because without understanding, we can't make this a better experience. It will always be a horrible experience. Understanding, like, it is important. Like I kept on telling you that if love existed, it would be understanding. It would be me being able to understand things from another person's perspective. Why are you the way that you are? Without any judgment, because each and every person is different, right? So I must be able to understand why they are the way that they are. What's really going on in their heads? What are their desires? What would make them happy? What would make them their lives better? But nah, we don't understand one another. Each and every person is living in their own bubble. So what do you expect? Don't you expect disaster in a world where people do not understand one another? Of course you should expect disaster. Oh, come on, I can't pause this thing again. The cycle of life. I hate it when I hear people justifying the cycle of life. Like that's actually scary. The fact that rabbits have to live in fear. Zebras have to live in fear. The fact that springboks have to live in fear. The fact that pigs have to live in fear. The fact that tigers have to unalive other animals in order to survive. They have to be in shape. They have to be able to hunt. Lions have to be able to hunt. Hyenas. No, hyenas still. But they should tell us something. The fact that we need energy from other living beings, you know. Even as a vegan, you can say, hey, you need energy from eating plants. It's not like plants are not alive. They are actually alive. So, actually, the truth is that we need to unalive something to get energy from it in this realm. Shouldn't that make us suspicious? Doesn't it give you Hunger Game vibes? Doesn't it give you Squid Game vibes? Like you can't just live your life freely without unaliving anything. You have to unalive something in order to survive in this realm, in order to get energy from it. That should actually make us suspicious. Why is this game of life designed that way? You think if a lion appeared here, it would look at me and be like, oh, that's Benedictine's the truth. He's conscious. Yeah. Duh. That thing, it will eat me. It wouldn't look at me like I'm its friend. You know? Even if I think I'm important, even if I think I shouldn't be unalived, it doesn't look at me that way. It sees meat when it sees me. It sees this laziest human that can't run, that cannot fight back. It'll be like, damn, this is easy food. So that should actually tell us something. Because this cycle of life doesn't just happen without sentient beings suffering. Like, no, there's a lot of suffering. If a lion doesn't hunt, it's gonna suffer. If a lion breaks its leg and it can't hunt anymore, suffering. Right? Doesn't mean that it's going to be alright, it's going to be okay. No. It means that it's actually going to suffer because it cannot hunt, especially a male lion. I mean, no, male lions do not hunt. They protect the pride, right? Till another lion shows up and defeat the male lion, then yeah, whatever. But yeah, nature is brutal. You know, like whether we like that to be true or not, nature is actually brutal. Because even in our world, even in the world of humans, it's kind of like that. You see, you lose everything. You also lose a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be like, oh yeah, this person is nothing. There's nothing to gain from them anymore, so why do I need them? This person cannot protect me anymore. Why should I need them? This person cannot provide for me anymore. Why should I need them? This person is sick. They can't take care of me anymore. Why should I need them? I'm just going to use the fact number 10. 9 to 5. 9 to 5. The fact that we have to work in order to survive. We have to wake up in the morning and go to work in order to survive, even though that's not what many of us would like to be doing with our lives. You think people want to wake up in the morning and go to work? Or they want to have fun. They want to do things that they actually enjoy. You know, they want to connect with the people that they believe they love, and the people that they believe love them. You know, that's what we want. We don't want to work. We want to do things that we consider to be fun. See, everything that humans actually do that are natural, you know, everything that humans do that's natural is fun. Even you know, farming, an example, like that's fun, right? It's not like you feel like a slave, you know. You won't really feel like a slave. You love taking care of your crops. It'll feel normal. It won't feel like a job, you know. Even those who want to hunt, that's kind of fun. When I was young, and we used to hunt when I was young, we thought that was fun. You know, would go hunting with dogs, and would love being in the wild, you know. We thought that was fun. So people waking up in the morning and having to work shitty jobs, that should tell us something about the world that we live in, because that's not what people want to be doing. The problem is that they don't know what else to do. If you don't wake up in the morning and go to work, you're going to suffer. You're going to be broke. And if you're broke, no one is going to care about you. So you're not going to get your needs met as a person, you see. So what do? You have to compete. You have to wake up in the morning and go to work, so that you'll have the things that are going to make other people love you. You know, things that are going to make their brains release these drugs that make them feel good, so that they will believe that they actually love you. So they're going to treat you well, you see. Because no one is treating you well if you are nothing. No one is treating you well if you are homeless. No one is treating you well if you're a bum. And people know that. So they're like, what can I do? Okay, I know what to do. I must just work. You see? That should tell you something about this realm that we live in. That should make you suspicious. Because why are things set up the way that they've been set up? Why can't things be easy? Why can't people just have fun? Why can't people just enjoy themselves in this realm, enjoy their lives? It's not easy to enjoy your life in this realm. We're just not programmed that way. You know, you're trying to enjoy your life, trying to do your thing. Someone is gonna come and take your wife because her brain is gonna release the drugs that's gonna make her feel good, and she like, hey, is it? I love this person because he's doing better than you. So you can't. You always have to work hard so that you're doing better than most men, so that your brain won't release drugs. You understand? It's so funny, but it is true. Love is a drug. That's the truth. That's why you go through the same struggles that you go through when you quit taking drugs. When the person that you love leaves, right? If a person that you love leaves you, you literally go through what a person who was a drug addict would have to go through. I mean, maybe worse. It's a bit different because you're dealing with a person. You expected them to be there. You expected them to be there for you when you needed them. So that's a bit worse, but it's kind of like the same thing. Thank you all, guys.